Hey, it's Drew Doggett here with Huntsville Herald, and we are talking with Davina Patterson, and she is the director, soon to be executive director, of the Disability Resource Network. So,
Correct.
hi, Davina. How are you?
Hello, I'm doing well, doing well. How are you, Drew?
I'm doing well, thank you. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited about speaking with you today about Disability Resource Network and being featured in the Huntsville Herald. So thanks for reaching out.
Oh, you're very welcome. Very glad to have you. So,
Awesome.
can you tell us a little bit about this Disability Resource Network and the mission, the philosophy, and how long you've been director and where the company's headed?
Absolutely. So, Disability Resource Network, we're a Part B center. So, Part B means that we receive state funding. We're a center for independent living, and there are currently three existing centers. There's one in Mobile, there's one in Birmingham, and there's one in Montgomery. So the the center here in North Alabama is called Disability Resource Network, and they decided to set up a center here to service the consumers here in North Alabama, so that they could have a center for this area. Our mission with Disability Resource Network is to promote independence in people with disabilities through advocacy, public education, and consumer controlled independent living services. I started with the organization in February of 2020. So the next month, I think it was announced that we were on shutdown. So we've
Yep.
been operating remotely the entire time, started right in the middle of the pandemic.
Wow.
I know, right?
What a crazy time to start.
Yes, yes. Yes, it has been challenging, but we have been able to have some progress and have some success even through the pandemic. So I do want to say that.
Good. So, does your network reach out to independent living, or how do people find you and get a hold of you, and how do they use your services?
Well, we do a lot of outreach. We attend different organizational fairs. We're
Mhm.
part of a lot of boards. We also have a website. We have email addresses. We hold a lot of virtual community education. Those are some ways that we work to get our name out in the community. We also work on forming relationships with other nonprofit organizations
Mhm.
or community-based organizations in our service area. So a lot of the consumers that we get, they're referrals from other organizations. Some people, they contact us directly. They just put in disability services, Huntsville, Alabama, or wherever they live in North Alabama, they'll put that into Google and our name pops up. And
Good.
sometimes it's just word of mouth. Some of the consumers we have, they'll share with their peers our center, and then we have staff members as well that gets the word out. So we work as a team to try to get the word out in the community that we're here, and we're ready to serve North Alabama.
Great. Okay, that's good. So, what advice would you give someone who's looking for disability services? Like, what criteria would you recommend they look for? Because you're surely not the only provider, right?
Right. We're not the only disability service, but we are the only Center for Independent Living in our
Hmm.
service area in North Alabama. So if someone is seeking services, I would, my advice to them would just to, you know, um, don't just limit yourself, use every service. we're definitely not in competition with any of our the providers in our area. We work together collaboratively as a care team, and we're able to provide whatever services and resources that we have. And then, the others, they may not offer what we offer, but we can work as a team for that consumer. So my advice would be for the consumer is to take advantage of all of the providers in the area. Use what they have, use what we have, just use it all together, whatever works best, so that you
Yeah.
can have an effective care plan and that you can have a care team. And like I said, we're willing to work with, any of the providers, because a lot of our consumers, they like I said, they may be referrals, so they're already working with the organization and they're coming to us for a specific service. So
Hmm.
we can work with them for the consumer. So I pretty much, I would just, my advice would be, take advantage of all the resources, all of the services in the area, and try to create the best care plan for you.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good advice. Don't limit yourself, right?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can limit yourself, restrict yourself to one place and not realize that, it's a lot of resources, a lot of services out there that you can benefit from. And like I said, Huntsville is growing, but everybody knows everybody. And, there's no reason why we can't all work together to help the better good of the consumer.
Fantastic. So what makes you unique in the marketplace? I know you're working with all of this, this network of others, but what makes you unique and stand out from the rest of them that you work with?
Oh, wow. So we're a cross disability organization, which means that we service people with all disabilities. So that's one thing that helps us to stand out. Another thing is the services that the consumer will receive will be provided by their peer. And what we mean by that, a part of the independent living philosophy is 51% of our staff and 51% of our board members are people with disabilities. So it could be any disability, any significant disability. We have to employ 51% of the staff. They have to be persons with disability, and 51% of the board members. So the people that's making decisions, providing the services, are going to be done by people with disabilities. So
Wow,
that's what makes us unique. I
that's
think that's
incredible.
one of the things that
Yeah,
makes us unique.
yeah. One of the things. Do you have another one in mind?
Let's see what else makes us unique. We're the only program or the only service within the state of Alabama that's mandated to provide nursing home transition services.
Hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
Dang. The
So
only
that
one in
makes us
Alabama.
the only, yeah, centers for independent living. So all four of our centers, yeah.
Okay.
So centers for independent living are the only, yeah,
Great.
centers that are mandated by the state to perform nursing home transition services.
I love it. Is there anything else you want to add? Anything you'd like to impart to the good people of Alabama
Yeah,
before we
I think
head out?
one of my frequently asked questions is the name Center for Independent Living can be misleading to people, but we are a non-residential facility. So I get asked
Hmm.
that question a lot. We're not a residential facility. We assist people with disabilities to live independently in the community and to contribute towards society. So we're not a residential facility. And I know that that name may be misleading, and that's why a lot of centers for independent living, they don't include that in their name, because some people may think that we're a residential facility, but we're not. So I do get asked that question a lot.
Aha, okay. Good to know.
Yes, it is.
All right, perfect. Well, if you have anything else to add, uh, let's do it. Otherwise, this has been a good interview and very informative for everyone.
Awesome. No, I don't have anything to add. Just thank you. And I look forward to getting the word out about Huntsville Herald, and thank you for helping to spotlight nonprofits and new businesses here in Huntsville and Centers for Independent Living. You know, we deserve the spotlight and the highlight too. So thank you so
Absolutely.
much for doing projects like this.
Oh, you're very welcome. Very welcome. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, Davina. Have a great day, and we'll talk soon.
All right, you have a great day also.
Thanks. We
Okay,
can
bye-bye.